Good morning, students. So, I'm back with your macroeconomics. Till two units we have done in Indian economy, and from today onwards, we will start with the macroeconomics. And before starting this, I just wanted to confirm that those who have not submitted their assignment as well as the notes, please submit it within 2 or 3 days. Otherwise, I have to write their names and share it in the WhatsApp groups. So it would be better those who have not submitted kindly submitted their notes and the assignments, right? So under the Indian economy, we have done the two units. The first one is on the eve of the economic development, Indian economy, and the second one is our economic policy, right from 1950 to 1991, and how we have changed our economic policy in 1991. So till these three chapters we have done, and these are the two units. The next units of the Indian economy is the challenges that we will do after doing the 2 units of macroeconomics, right? So if I'm not wrong, so everybody knows what the macro means. Macroeconomics means in here we will study the economy as a whole. Economy as a whole means here we are not talking about the particular person. We are not talking about one individual. We are not talking about the one industry. Here we would talk about the whole economy, or we can say economy as a whole. So this is having 5 units. Macroeconomics is having 5 units. In the first unit, we will cover the national income, how we can calculate or measure the national income. In the second unit, we will do with the money and banking. In the third, we will do the determination of income and employment, and then the government budget and economy, and the last unit is about the balance of payment. So let's start the first unit, that is the national income and the measurement of the national income. Under this unit, we are covering 3 chapters, in which first we will do the aggregates, the related aggregates with the national income. The second chapter, the circular flow of income, and in the third chapter we definitely do the measurements. And this unit is very important because this is technical as well as calculative. So I just want everybody to revise each and every topic that I will do. Right, so start with the first, that is the introduction. Under this introduction, in this chapter, or you can say under the introduction, we will do only the meaning of the macro, micro, the scope of macroeconomics, and the difference between these two. We will do only this part. Okay, so let's start with the first, that is the macro as well as micro. As such, we all know we have 2 branches of economics. One is the microeconomics and second one is the macroeconomics. So microeconomics as such we have already done in the +1. Right, microeconomics is when we are talking about the tiny, when we are talking about the small units. Okay, when we are talking about the individual problems. So that is the microeconomics means here we will do the study, or you can the study of behavior of a individual economic units. That is what the microeconomics is. Whereas macroeconomics means it is a study where we would read or study the behavior of the economy as a whole. Here we will take everything in an aggregate way. Right, so before starting the macroeconomics or the terms of the macroeconomics, I just wanted to tell there is a 2 school of economics. Right, the 2 schools of economics, one is the Keynesian economic school and second one is the classical school. Right, so under the classical school, जो क्लासिकल स्कूल है वो क्या कहता है? क्लासिकल स्कूल कहता है जो इकोनॉमी है it function at every time it function at its full level of employment. Full employment level रहेगा and market forces will rely of the price determination. They will determine the prices as well as the employment. So it means what? It says the supply creates its own demand. Supply क्या कर रही है? अपनी डिमांड खुद बना रही है according to the classicals कि जो एक इकोनॉमी है वो हमेशा फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल पे रहती है. वेयर एज तो केंशियन स्कूल है. केंशियन स्कूल तो हम कह सकते हैं जो फादर ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स हम जिसे केन्स कहते हैं, J.M. केन्स हैं. ही रिफ्यूटेड द क्लासिकल थ्योरी एंड ही सेड कि ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होता है कि किसी भी इकोनॉमी में फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट लेवल हो. ऐसा नहीं होता है. सो ही रिफ्यूटेड इन हिज फेमस बुक. द नेम ऑफ हिज फेमस बुक इज जनरल थ्योरी ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट, इंटरेस्ट एंड मनी. Please do write this, the name of this book, as such it came for the 1 marks question, and it is published in 1936, which refuted the classical assumptions of a full employment. So let's start with the macroeconomics. What the macroeconomics is? As such we all know macroeconomics means when we talked about the aggregate, when we talked about the economy as a whole. So it means here we will not talk about the demand, individual demand and individual supply. Here we will talk about the aggregate demand and aggregate supply, right? We will talk about the general price level, right? Here under this, what is the scope of macroeconomics? Under this we will study the theory of the national income, right? Theory of employment, theory of money, theory of general price level and theory of economic growth. So under this means हमने क्या क्या पढ़ना था मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में. सबसे पहले तो हमें ये पता करना चाहिए व्हाट इज नेशनल, कि नेशनल इनकम होती क्या है, तो जो जीडीपी होती है उसे कैसे कैलकुलेट किया जाता है. वाई वी मतलब in which it describes the whole functions, how it works, what is the level of the national income and how it is determined. इसको डिटर्मिनेशन कैसे किया जाता है. नेक्स्ट इज द जीडीपी. जीडीपी को कैसे इकोनॉमिक, इफ देयर इज एन इंक्रीज इन द जीडीपी, how the economic growth is also increasing with the increasing GDP. And next हम इसमें क्या पढ़ेंगे? The stability of the price level. How the government, like in these days, how the government is doing to boost the economy. Even yesterday, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has given an economic package of 20,000 crore economic package. Under this, they had provided many facilities to boost the economic growth in the country, to increase our GDP, to increase the economic development. So this is what the macroeconomics is. It don't depends on the individual demand and the individual supply. It tells about the aggregate. When we talked about the aggregate economy, right? So here also we will explain under the macroeconomics, it determines the balance of payment too. कि balance of payment, what is the balance of payment? Balance of payment क्या होता है? When the our imports and exports are equal, that is called what the balance of payment is. If it is not equal, so how the government and how the economists do to make it a balance. Not only this, but it also solve the economic problems like the poverty, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, बिजनेस साइकिल्स. मतलब किस तरह बिजनेस साइकिल्स हो रहे हैं. लाइक अब क्या हो रहा है, देयर इज़ अ low demand in the market. With the low demand in the market, the supply affects, obvious है, जब demand नहीं होगी तो supply affect होगी, production affect होगी. So that's why yesterday our finance minister Sitaraman has told that कि जो कम जिनकी salaries हैं less than 50,000, they are given concession of 25% in their income taxes, and they have boosted to boost the demand. To boost the demand, they have implemented many economics policy. Yesterday, if you have all gone through that economic package, you can understand what is actually the macroeconomics is. And the last but not the least, that is functioning of an economy at a macro level, how it is possible to formulate the correct economic policies and coordinate the international economic policies. तो किस तरह हम coordinate करेंगे इंटरनेशनल इकोनॉमिक पॉलिसीज़ को, लाइक बहुत सारी जो कंपनीज़ हैं, लाइक आई हैव yesterday I was reading in the newspaper that the Apple is taking out their all companies from the China, and they are talking with the Indian government and the Indian officials so that they can set up their companies here. So this is what here we can create the demand, we can create the employment. This is what that we are doing at the macro level. So if I'm not wrong, you all understand what the macroeconomics is. Now the next one is the microeconomics, and माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स को मुझे ज़्यादा समझाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डन इन द क्लास वन. सो माइक्रो, व्हेन वी डील विद द इंडिविजुअल डिमांड एंड इंडिविजुअल सप्लाई, व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द इंडिविजुअल इकोनॉमिक यूनिट. सो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज दैट व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन और द डिस्टिंग्विश बिटवीन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एंड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. सो you can write it, because today I have not written anything on the board. I think you all have books right now, because all the bookshops are open now, so all have bought the books. So microeconomics and macroeconomics, the first difference in the microeconomics. So microeconomics deals with the individuals, whereas the macroeconomics deals with what? The whole economy. Economy ऐसे aggregates को लेते हैं हम. The second point, it deals with individual income, individual prices, and the individual output, right? Under the micro. Whereas under the macroeconomics, यहाँ पे हम कुछ भी individual नहीं लेंगे, we will take the aggregates. Aggregate कैसे? National income, general price level, national output, etc. How we will do like this, right? The third problem, the central problem under the microeconomics is the allocation of resources. How to allocate the resources. Whereas under the macroeconomics, the central problem is the determination of level of national income and employment. How we can determine the aggregate demand and aggregate supply. That means how we can employment level को कैसे हम क्या कर सकते हैं, balance करेंगे. That is under the macroeconomics. The next one, the next difference between the micro and macros. Under the micro, the main tools are demand and supply, right? Whereas the macro में क्या रहेगा? Not the demand only, that is the aggregate demand and aggregate supply in the economy as a whole, right? The next difference between the microeconomics and macroeconomics is that under the micro, it helps to solve the problem what, how, and for whom, right? Whereas under the macroeconomics, central problems, we will solve the central problems of full and efficient employment resources in the economy. पूरी economy में हम किस तरह अपने resources को fully utilize करेंगे, right? The next, the sixth point under the distinction between micro and macroeconomics, that it discuss under the micro, it discuss how equilibrium of a consumer or a producer or for industry is attained. किसी इंडस्ट्री में प्रोड्यूसर या कंज्यूमर का इक्विलिब्रियम हमने पढ़ा है under the micro. Whereas the macroeconomics tells about the determination of equilibrium level of income and employment. राइट एंड सेवेंथ जो लास्ट है इसमें हम एग्जांपल्स लेते हैं इंडिविजुअल इनकम के, इंडिविजुअल सेविंग्स के, प्राइस डिटर्मिनेशन के. Whereas under the macroeconomics, we will talk about the national saving, we will talk about the national income, we will talk about the general price level, we will talk about what the aggregate demand and aggregate supply. So here I have finished the first chapter, that is the introduction of micro and macroeconomics. So today what we have done, first we have done what is macro and what is micro, right? We have done the two schools of economics, Keynesians and classicals, right? Then we have started with the scope of the macroeconomics, and lastly we have done the difference between the microeconomics and macroeconomics, right? So yeah, tomorrow we will start with the basic concept of the national income, right? And I just want कि जितना चैप्टर आज हो रहा है उतने के आप डेली नोट्स बनाते रहें, राइट? एंड सबमिशन ऑफ नोट्स की जो डेट है दैट आई विल लेट यू नो इन माय lectures, right? So thank you students, stay safe and stay at home.